The historic impeachment trial of suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton begins tomorrow. Paxton will have the opportunity to testify before his political fate is decided by a jury of state senators. Fox 4 will live stream the proceedings from start to finish. Our Stephen Dial is in Austin with a look at what to expect.
Well, we're on the eve of a truly historic moment in the state of Texas because we are dealing with the impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. To show how rare this is, the last time a statewide official was impeached and convicted in Texas, back in 1917, the governor at the time, James Ferguson, he was convicted on 10 articles of impeachment. Now, this is a lot different. We're in 2023. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has had a legal cloud over him since he got into office. This time, Republicans and Democrats in the House felt it strong enough, the allegations strong enough, to bring forth multiple articles of impeachment. We'll have to wait until Tuesday to see how many actual articles will be heard by the jury, which are senators, but this includes improper use of office, corruption, and an alleged affair. The impeachment trial itself is scheduled to start around 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. The third floor is where a majority of that morning action is going to be, probably around 7 in the morning. That's where people will line up. The public, anyone, can come witness the impeachment trial in person. Only about 49 members of the media will also be able to witness the trial in person in the Senate gallery. Now, over the weekend, Ken Paxton and his wife, Collin County State Senator Angela Paxton, spoke at the Collin County Labor Day picnic. Likely the last public appearance that both had together before the impeachment trial. Angela Paxton introduced her husband, the suspended Attorney General, saying he's the love of her life, despite allegations of an affair. Ken Paxton said there's not much he can say because of a gag order, but he did hint that he wants his supporters to vote out House Republicans who voted to impeach him.
I would love to talk about what's coming up for me in the next couple of weeks. I have a gag order on me, so I cannot talk about that, but I can talk about something that I think has become maybe the leading issue that we need to deal with as a county and the state needs to deal with it, and that is something known as the Texas House of Representatives. Let's clean house. God bless you.
So the Texas Senate Gallery is the place to be. I'll be there bright and early to get my seat along with members of the media from across the state. Now, things are scheduled to start around 9 a.m. We'll have around-the-clock team coverage, and you can continue to watch the live stream of the entire impeachment trial on our website, fox4news.com, and on the Fox local app. In Austin, Stephen Dial, Fox 4 News.